While everyone's looking ahead, they're missing one of the biggest transformations of our lifetime, and it's happening right now. This isn't a sci-fi movie plot. It's not a decade away. Around 2025, a quiet shift is set to accelerate, completely changing the game for work, wealth, and society. In this video, we're going to pull back the curtain on the invisible forces driving this change and figure out if you should be excited, or a little terrified. The next few years will reshape our world faster than anyone predicted. We're at a tipping point, a moment some experts are calling the automation cliff. It's not so much a sudden drop, but a rapid acceleration where the slow creep of technology suddenly speeds up, automating tasks, industries, and entire job categories. This isn't just about robots in a factory. This is about cognitive work, desk jobs, and the careers that have defined the middle class for a generation. This shift is being driven by a convergence of tech breakthroughs, global instability, and serious economic pressures. And around 2025, these forces are all meeting. The question is no longer if this will happen, but how we'll handle it. Will it kick off an era of incredible prosperity and creativity, or will it cause a level of disruption we're just not ready for? The truth is, both are possible. Alright, let's talk about the fear, because it's real and it's valid. The anxiety around AI isn't just hype, it's based on real changes happening now. A report from Goldman Sachs estimated that artificial intelligence could eventually impact the equivalent of 300 million full-time jobs. The World Economic Forum has also predicted that automation could displace 85 million jobs globally by 2025. And while new jobs are expected to pop up, the transition won't be a walk in the park. So why the focus on 2025? It's the year many see as the start of this major acceleration. This is the moment AI stops being a tool you use and starts becoming an agent that does. Think about that difference. A tool, like a spell checker, helps you out. An agent can be given a goal, like, analyze this quarter's sales data, find the top 3 trends, and draft a presentation, and it can run that whole workflow on its own. This isn't some distant dream. Companies are already making moves. High-profile layoffs in the tech industry have been linked to a strategic shift towards AI, with some functions once performed by engineers, marketers, and HR pros now being handled differently. This trend is causing hiring headwinds for younger workers, as companies realize AI can perform many of the entry-level tasks they used to hire for. And it's not just tech. The disruption is hitting a wide range of white-collar fields. While some of the numbers you might see are inflated, the trend is clear. A significant portion of tasks within customer service and financial services are at high risk of automation. Even highly skilled fields like law aren't immune, with studies suggesting AI could automate a large percentage of tasks currently done by paralegals. The core of the problem is this: any job centered on repetitive information processing or predictable patterns is now a target for automation. One day you're working normally, the next, an AI agent is doing a huge chunk of your job. This tech upheaval is also happening in a fractured world. The current global landscape is marked by what some analysts call a geopolitical recession, a time of growing instability where international cooperation is weak. Competition between the US and China is heating up, creating a tech Cold War that's fueling protectionism and a scramble for control over critical supply chains, especially for semiconductors. Ongoing conflicts continue to send shockwaves through the global economy, affecting everything from energy prices to food security. All this instability puts immense pressure on businesses to cut costs and boost efficiency. In that environment, automating a job becomes a brutally logical decision for any company trying to stay afloat. The societal impact is just as massive. The lightning-fast pace of change is feeding social anxiety and political division. There's a growing gap between people who know how to navigate this new world and those who feel left behind, which widens inequality and can cause social unrest. Privacy is another huge concern, as AI's ability to gather and analyze data opens the door to new kinds of surveillance. The very fabric of our society is being stretched. The fear isn't just about losing a job, it's about losing control and watching the world change faster than we can adapt. So, is that the whole story? Are we just headed for a workpocalypse? Not exactly. To see only the scary parts is to miss the other half of this secret shift, the massive opportunity. The same forces causing all this disruption are also unlocking new kinds of value, creativity, and human potential. The job replacement narrative is incomplete. A better word is redefinition. Some jobs will fade, but many more will be transformed. The World Economic Forum, the same organization that predicted 85 million job displacements, has also forecasted the creation of new roles. Another forecast suggests AI could create 170 million new jobs while eliminating 92 million, leading to a net gain of 78 million jobs by 2030. History shows that big tech revolutions, from the printing press to the internet, ultimately create more jobs than they destroy by creating entirely new industries. The key is to understand what these new jobs will look like. This is the pivot from replacement to augmentation. AI is becoming a creative partner, a super assistant, that multiplies our capabilities. McKinsey estimates that generative AI alone could add up to $4.4 trillion to the global economy annually. This isn't just about doing the same old things faster, it's about doing completely new things. AI is speeding up medical breakthroughs, helping us tackle climate change, and personalizing education. So, what does this mean for your career? It means the skills that matter are changing. For years, the focus was on technical skills, learning a specific program or coding language. In the age of AI, where technical tasks get automated, the real value is shifting to uniquely human skills. The World Economic Forum's reports highlight that employers are desperate for cognitive skills like analytical and creative thinking. Resilience, flexibility, curiosity, and leadership are also in high demand. This brings us to a critical new skill: AI fluency. This isn't just being good with computers. It's the ability to effectively talk to, work with, and create alongside AI. It's knowing how to ask the right questions, how to make sense of what an AI gives you, and how to use its power to achieve a bigger goal. It's about letting AI handle the boring stuff so you can focus on what really matters: strategy, creativity, and connecting with other humans. As old job titles disappear, new ones are emerging. Roles like AI specialist, machine learning engineer, and data scientist are exploding. But it goes way beyond tech. We're seeing a need for AI ethicists, who make sure these systems are used responsibly. Prompt engineers, who are basically AI whisperers, have become crucial. We also need AI trainers and auditors to check their work. Entirely new careers are being born that we can't even imagine yet, just like social media manager would have sounded like nonsense in the year 2000. Here's the main idea. AI is great at tasks, but humans are great at judgment. An AI can scan 1 million legal documents in a second, but it takes a human lawyer to build trust with a client and make a winning argument in court. An AI can spit out 1,000 marketing slogans, but it takes a human to understand a brand's soul and connect with an audience. Companies are already building hybrid workforces, where human managers lead teams of both people and AI agents. In this setup, AI handles the routine data crunching and scheduling, while the human employees drive strategy, manage client relationships, and come up with the next big idea. This isn't a future where people are obsolete. It's a future where we're elevated, freed from mental grunt work to focus on what we do best. This shift isn't just happening to us, it's a change we can actively guide. So, we're at a crossroads. This moment is both a massive challenge and a historic opportunity. The forces of automation and global change are real, but how you respond is up to you. Being terrified is a normal reaction, but it's not a strategy. Being excited is a great start, but it demands action. The real question is, how do you get ready? First, embrace a mindset of constant learning. The idea of one career for life is over. The World Economic Forum notes that employers expect nearly 40% of a worker's core skills will need to change in the next 5 years. This means upskilling isn't just a buzzword, it's a survival skill. In fact, 77% of companies plan to prioritize reskilling to help their teams work with AI. You don't have to become a coder, but you do need to understand how these systems think. Second, double down on your human skills. While AI learns to think, you should focus on what it can't do. Sharpen your critical thinking, your creative problem solving, and your emotional intelligence. Practice leadership, communication, and collaboration. In a world full of automated answers, your ability to ask the right questions is a superpower. In a world of digital agents, your ability to build real human relationships is your greatest asset. Third, become an early adopter. Don't wait for AI to be handed to you. Start playing with generative AI tools now. Use them to help write emails, brainstorm ideas, or summarize long articles. The more you use them, the more you'll get a feel for their strengths and weaknesses, and the better prepared you'll be. Finally, advocate for responsibility. This isn't just on you, it's on all of us. Companies need to invest in training and set clear ethical rules. Research from McKinsey shows that companies that actively retrain their employees see a much better return on their AI investments. As a society, we need policies that support workers through this transition and ensure the benefits of AI are shared fairly. We have to build a future where AI serves us, not the other way around. This is one of the most important conversations of our time, and it's really just getting started. If you want to stay ahead of these trends and keep exploring how AI is changing our world, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell. We're just scratching the surface, and you won't want to miss what comes next. The secret shift of 2025 is that the future is showing up early. It's a moment of intense duality. The automation acceleration is real, and it brings valid fears of disruption. But on the other side of that challenge is a world of amplified creativity, incredible productivity, and the chance to solve some of humanity's biggest problems. The forces of technology and history are moving, whether we're ready or not. The change is no longer a secret, it's here. The only question left is, are you ready?